Hey, welcome to another episode of The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media by highlighting the amazing real estate and lifestyle in this country. We've got an amazing show for you today, covering a global story, national stories, and even local stories from your own backyard. Let's get The American Dream started right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Part of the American Dream is dreaming big. On today's episode, we're going to visit Anguilla, a little island off of the South Coast where Richard Steinberg, top broker out of New York City, shows us around the Four Seasons. We took the American Dream crew out there. And why? Because part of the American Dream is being able to travel, spend time with your loved ones, even time with yourself. You're going to love what we have to show you about Anguilla. Let's check this out right now. The American Dream for years has been defined as something we achieve through sacrifice, risk-taking, and hard work. But in newer times, people have come to realize that the American Dream is also a matter of time. Time for family, time for friends, time to reconnect with yourself. And Anguilla might just be the ideal place for that. So the question is, if money can't buy you happiness, can it buy you something even more valuable? Time. As we pull up to this Four Seasons, the first thing you think is how beautiful it is.
You come through these big gates, you see these amazing villas. They park the car, and from there on out, it's golf carts only throughout the resort.
As I'm walking up to the Four Seasons for the first time, I realize I have never seen a resort like this. It's so clean, it's so modern. There's not a door in the hotel or resort. It's just open air. You know, it's a place that like only a climate like this could afford for.
When you walk around the resort, the colors that you see are always like a blended tone of beige, grays, whites, and then that's a backdrop against the turquoise that you see in the ocean and the sky. It almost doesn't look like it's real.
You just get hit with this feeling of just calm and serenity, where you look out over this beautiful ocean and all of a sudden like everything just slows down immediately and you're in paradise.
Something about me and you that makes it work like we do, so unpredictable.
You know, we're bringing Anastasia Ashley along on this trip because Anastasia Ashley has become a voice for beach living and ocean living all over the world. You know, millions of people follow her all over social media as really an expert in what the best beaches, the best surf breaks, the best coastal lifestyle is. And so we thought at the American Dream, bringing Anastasia Ashley into this, we would give people a glimpse not only into the Four Seasons Anguilla, but bring not just experts in real estate, but experts in lifestyle.
The best kept secret in the Caribbean is definitely Anguilla. I've been all over the world, seen so many beaches, and I gotta say that this place definitely lives up to the hype.
We have the most amazing beaches in the world.
What I'm going to do, I think, is take you on a tour.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the show in Anguilla, but let's not forget, it's called The American Dream for a reason. Let's talk about our country. This is a national TV show that highlights cities all across the country. Let's go check out what's happening in your backyard right now.
So today we're going to do a couple of things in Old Town Park City. Right now we're on historic Main Street in the heart of Park City, one of my absolutely favorite places in the world. We're going to go down to one of my listings on Park Avenue. That's a historic miner's cabin built in 1901 and then of course added on to, because not too many people live in those historic miner's cabins anymore. And then we're going to come back to Main Street and stop in at one of my very favorite places on the street. I'm looking forward to it. I thought it would be a great time to come to 915 Park Avenue, which is a historic miner's cabin that was built in 1901 and then added on to in 2007. It's been recognized by the Historical Society of Park City, and I thought we could go in and take a look. So this is the historic portion of the house. The original miner shack ended here. That was built in 1901, and then we've added on to it to have 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, and a total of about 2,400 square feet. It has a heated driveway and a 1-car garage, and that driveway will probably hold 3 cars, which is pretty great for parking in Old Town. So I think it's interesting that Park City started as a mining town, and in actuality, the Hearst fortune started here in silver mining. And after the silver mining boom and bust, Park City then became a ski resort. Today we have Deer Valley, which opened in 1981, as well as Park City Mountain Resort, which is now owned by Vail and combined the Canyons and Park City Mountain. So this is the master bedroom and master bath for a little old town cabin, and I think it's pretty spectacular in the fact that it's as large as it is. The bathroom has a steam shower and a tub and a separate little throne room. So in Park City, we get 300 days of sunshine a year. We can ski, play golf, go hiking, biking, fishing, all kinds of things, horseback riding to your heart's content. And here in this particular house, you are half a block from the town lift. So wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee outside, the sun is usually shining, even though it snows, and you can walk to the town lift and ski on the greatest snow on earth. From here, we're going to take a little look at the historic Main Street corridor of Park City. We're going to head up to Java Cow, the iconic coffee and ice cream shop that's been there as long as I have. So here we are at one of my very favorite spots on Main Street, but I'm a bit biased about that, which I'll explain as we go inside. Okay, so I told you that I was a little biased, and that's because I own the place. Well, my husband owns the place with my daughter. I really do not work here. I sell real estate, but he was bored just skiing and playing golf every day, which is the Park City lifestyle. So let's go meet my daughter. So Sam, tell me why you love living in Park City.
I love living in Park City because the town is so nice, and in the mornings I can ski and ride my horse in the afternoon, and of course when I'm not working.
So as they say in the movie and TV business, that's a wrap. This was my first episode of American Dream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Marcie Davis with Summit Sotheby's International Realty, and I would love to show you any of my listings or any other listings in Park City. So that's a wrap. I'm going to grab my coffee and go. Ah, look at that pretty coffee art.
All right, let's take it back to the island. Richard Steinberg and David Fallarino, these are 2 power players out of New York City who flew us out to Anguilla to check out this 4 Seasons. It is an amazing property. We talked to the guests, the management team, got to know that area so well, so much fun, and then we jumped on a boat. And that's not all the jumping we did. Let's go check it out.
We're here with José, who's the general manager of the property and the best general manager in the Caribbean. José, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about this property, and I know you stay here personally, and what makes it so amazing, and how do you do it?
Well, it's no secret that people love coming to Anguilla because we have the most amazing beaches in the world, but what makes it really special are the Anguillans. The Anguillans have a big heart, and generations of visitors have continued to come to Anguilla because they made connections with the people here. Yeah. And they keep coming back because they want to continue to see those people and see their kids and see how they've grown throughout the years. And they feel like they're part of family. So one of the things that we like to say for our property is, we want you to feel like you belong.
The Four Seasons brand is always something that you know you can trust, but this is beyond ridiculous. Walking down the pathway, we're going to go to the Sunset Lounge. Look at this. No walls, no doors. Everywhere you look is the blue ocean. We're at Meads Bay, where it meets Barnes Bay, two of the most beautiful beaches in the entire Caribbean. Crazy, right? You can swim here, you can snorkel, you can go further out and scuba dive. You can even have lunches on some of the sandbars.
The Four Seasons is incredible and has a stellar reputation all over the world. Well, why is that? Because like here in the Caribbean, their hard work is put into making sure your time is entirely your own. Their core belief is that life is richer when you truly connect to the people and the world around you. David Fallarino talked to a couple of the resort guests to see what they thought about Anguilla.
I'm Andrew Newfield. This is my new wife, Erin Newfield.
Hi.
What we love most is, so we're obviously on a honeymoon, and the exclusivity, the untouched beaches, everything's beautiful. It lends itself to be a very nice, remote, relaxing vacation.
And from New York, this is so easy to get to.
Correct.
So convenient.
Yes.
Very easy. Flying direct back into JFK, so.
Amazing.
Nice and easy.
So it's our mum's 60th birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so her friends picked it. Tonight we're heading to Banky Banks to hopefully see some great live music.
Oh, that's the best place on the island.
Oh, awesome.
We're here at the Four Seasons Residences. Richard Steinberg is the head of sales here. He's going to take us on a tour. Right now we're entering this 4-bedroom villa. This is on the beach, on a cliff. It is absolutely insane. Let's go inside and check everything out.
Welcome, so come on in. What I'm going to do, I think, is take you on a tour. But let's start with the entertaining floor. So you have your swimming pool and your jacuzzi. You have multiple terraces that overlook your entertaining outdoor area. Check out the private beach access. Gives you unlimited access to these miles and miles of beach.
Anguilla's laid-back culture is second to none, and we decided to take full advantage of it by taking a boat tour around the island and enjoying the views while in good company with loved ones.
I'm making memories with you. All of the stupid things we do. We may be young, but we are wild and free, making memories.
We made a pit stop at a spot famous for cliff diving. However, not all of us were brave enough to try.
I don't think I have to tell you that I didn't do it because there's no way. I'm afraid of heights. So I didn't do it. But even to watch the people climb up and jump is really cool.
Somebody had the bright idea of jumping off of a cliff. I didn't do it. I didn't partake. It was high.
You know, I'm scared to jump off the cliff. I don't know if it's because, you know, I've got a little bit of a dad bod this year, or it's because I'm not 100% certain that I can jump off a 50-foot cliff and land feet down.
Of course I jumped off the cliff. You only live once. Look, if Anastasia Ashley can do it, and Randee Sowers, my fiance, can do it, I sure as hell am going to climb up on that cliff and jump off. Yeah, I second-guessed it every step of the way, but it was a cool experience, and the water was warm, so I jumped in. It was fun.
I'm making memories with you. All of the stupid things we do. We may be young, but we are wild and free, making memories.
After a long day on the boat, it's time for some lunch. And what better place to do it than Sandy Island? This island opened in 1984 and was originally just a little shack with a basic grill and a cooler to keep the drinks cold. Today, Sandy Island has a fully functional bar where you can get all the well-made rum punches you want, and the seafood is freshly caught same day and straight to the grill.
Jojo, where are we? Sandy Island. Sandy Island. Got some mahi-mahi, some crayfish, and some shrimp. Jojo, what's the authentic Caribbean cuisine? Crayfish. Crayfish? Yeah, indigenous. And who comes through here? Everybody. Stars, singers, basketball players, football players, everybody. And the only way to get here is by boat. By boat.
I love being with the American Dream team down there.
You know, the American Dream takes great care in making sure that the people telling the stories are the people who are really close to the story.
Well, I can't tell you how much we enjoyed our time in Anguilla. Look, part of the American Dream is being able to spend quality time with your loved ones, and that's exactly what we did. Also, for us, it's about sharing the story with you and inspiring you. That's my hope with this show. Don't forget, though, the American Dream is about highlighting real estate and lifestyle in our cities all across the country. Let's take a look at your next local market update in your city.
Hey, welcome to American Dream. We're here with Rich Fine, power player of real estate in Hideout, Utah. Hideout, Utah is 10 minutes from the base of the ski resorts and from Main Street in Park City. We're in a beautiful neighborhood called Soaring Hawk, and Rich is going to tell us a little bit about this great community and why so many people are moving this way.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, just behind me you'll see there's Deer Valley ski runs. We've got Mount Timpanogos in the background. We're sitting on about 2,500 acres of land here in the town of Hideout, and right now we're in Soaring Hawk, where Ken and Chris are going to show us through their beautiful home in just a moment. And also behind us, you can see we've got the Jordanelle Reservoir. They're in the process of building the Jordanelle Parkway that goes around the reservoir, and it'll take us to the Deer Valley ski base where you can go skiing for the day.
Well, we came up here, actually I came up here the first time after skiing when I was told there may be an opportunity to buy some land at the top of this hill. And I post-holed my way around here for a little bit, drove down to our other house, which was nearby, 2.5 miles away, and said, Chris, let's get our snowshoes. And we came up here, and it literally took a matter of minutes. And Chris, we have a photograph of her making a snow angel, saying, here's where the fire pit is going to go. And the decision was that quick because the view is just that breathtaking. There's this peace, calming sensation, early stage of mindfulness, which you don't really associate with a typical real estate, transaction. There's just something special up here, and as you know, Soaring Hawk is just filled with lots with all sorts of different views.
Tremendous views, and we were noticing on his deck, looking all the way from the canyons to Deer Valley and over to Timpanogos, and then even beyond that into the Cascades. Just a beautiful view.
When we were thinking about the house, we really thought about when you're entertained, you have to throw your guests out of the kitchen. And we decided we're not going to do that. So we literally made the kitchen the biggest room in the house with a tremendous amount of seating. And Chris actually worked with the architect using a topo chart so that when you stand at the kitchen sink, you look out at Mount Timpanogos,
I was noticing that.
Provo Canyon.
Here in Soaring Hawk, we have 8 different floor plans, ranging from 2,020 square feet all the way up to 3,500 square feet. That is the largest home you can do in the neighborhood on one lot. Some people have chosen to buy 2, and then they can do up to 4,300 square feet.
So Rich, what an amazing house on an absolutely spectacular lot. I'm not sure I've seen a view better than this in all my years.
It's our little secret up here.
And what a beautiful family. So grateful for them inviting us into their home. And oh my gosh.
Oh.
And thank you very much.
Thanks,
Chris.
Chris.
And Ken, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful afternoon, and so glad to meet new friends. Why don't we cheers to the American dream?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Adam and his wife Natalie have been serving clients in real estate for over 10 years. Adam's a native to Salt Lake City, Utah, and today we're in beautiful Harriman, Utah at Miller Crossing.
We have now almost 60,000 residents. So people are flocking to this area of the valley. Newer homes, great facilities. You've got the city hall, the library, as well as a great Parks and Recs department out here, and having the rec center with a swimming pool. So there's lots of things to do. Families love coming out here, living out here, and being close to the city, but not in the city. So today I wanted to take you on a tour of one of our newest listings here in Miller Crossing. This is a 3,600 square foot home, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. Beautiful home, no backyard neighbor to deal with. You're gonna love this place. Come on in and take a look. So what I love about this house is it's a very open floor plan. You have the ability to come in, have a private sitting for the front room, but then you come into this wide open family area with the kitchen, large countertop, being able to have great gatherings. Josh, this is a great place.
This is an awesome home, man. And appreciate you taking us through. But what I really want to ask you is, what is it that you and Natalie do that helps so many clients sell their homes? What makes you guys different?
Well, I appreciate that question. So a couple of things that I think are really right at the top is that we have professional photography done.
Mm-hmm.
So many people are looking at homes online, and if they don't see good photos, they're going to just skip right over that.
And on their mobile devices, right? So if it's not captivating on a mobile device, swipe left.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that we do is we actually have a stager that comes in and does a consultation with our clients. They spend 2 hours with them, talking to them about the things that they can do to change the home with what they already have in place. This home, very similar to when we walked in, but some huge differences in what the client did because of what our stager talked to them about. So Bryan, we are here to get some cookies for our open house today, but I wanted to find out a little bit about you, about your business. So what got you into the cookie business?
Well, you know, I've always loved to bake, and even when I was young, I baked with my mom. And then we always we spent time with our kids and baked with them, and actually ran a small business out of our home making pies for people during the holidays. And so that's kind of where I initially got into baking, I guess.
Awesome. So did you always bake for a profession, or did you come from somewhere else?
Actually I didn't. I spent 28 years in the IT industry, doing all kinds of different things from software development to testing to managing people, and just decided, you know what, I've always loved to bake, maybe I'll give a try at that. And so we went ahead and started doing Re-Whipped out of our home for a while, and about 1.5 years we spent doing that, and then I decided we needed to open a store so that we could get a little more widespread coverage.
All right, that's great. Well, let's get a couple cookies for our open house and we'll head on out.
All right, sounds great.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, so we're now at the open house. We got our awesome cookies. We're gonna go inside. This is a beautiful home. They've taken great care of it. 3,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 70% of the basement's finished. It's a great move-in. People would love moving into this home. Great neighborhood as well. So let's go on inside and let's get the open house started.
I like a few things about the house. First, it has the open concept main living with its kitchen with the shiplap, the granite countertops. The cabinets are the updated white that buyers love right now. It has a few family rooms. It has the main one here. Then upstairs there's a sitting area for people to sit. as well as in the basement. So there's a lot of gathering places for people to be in the home.
Yeah, this is a beautiful home. There's not a lot of homes like this in this neighborhood where they've actually done a lot of upgrades that really stand out. Just a beautiful home. I'm happy that we're holding this open house today.
I am too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Kristen, Adam, our power players of real estate, thanks for joining us this week. It's been great hanging with you in Harriman, and hope to see you again on the American Dream.
Oh, it's been great to be here.
Well, that's all for today's episode of The American Dream, where we took you global. We went to Anguilla off of the South Coast. Hope you enjoyed the time on the island like we did. Today's show is also about teaching you something even more in-depth. It's about time. Time is your most valuable asset. We got to spend quality time with power players out of New York City, and Richard Steinberg, his wife Reneé, David Fallarino, his wife Paula, Seth O'Byrne, Jessie O'Byrne, and my fiance Randee. We all got to spend some quality time together. Money cannot buy you happiness, but time, it is your most valuable asset. Make sure you invest it wisely. That is the essence of the American Dream. As we part here today, check out some highlights from our trip, and we'll see you next week.
So my favorite part about Anguilla has to be the Four Seasons Sunset Lounge, which may be my favorite outdoor place at any hotel in the world that I've been to. I mean, this place is magical. You just go there, you hang out with friends, you can eat, you can drink, watch the most beautiful sunset, which it seems like in the world, and it is magical.
I loved being with the American Dream team down there. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best lifestyle programs I've ever seen. Forget being associated with. And I think it just, if it makes sense, gave me a little bit of a calmer outlook on life because the place was just so beautiful.
You know, this is such an exciting way to market new projects like this because, you know, the American Dream takes great care in making sure that the people telling the stories are the people who are really close to the story. It's not a third-party show where we talk about what someone else did. When we flew down to Anguilla, we experienced everything that we talked about. And we did so with the manager of the hotel and the bartender of the hotel and the families that live across the street from the resort. You know, we really got into the culture, and I feel like we're reporting back firsthand what it's really like. And that level of authenticity, I think, is something it's sort of rare in the media landscape, and it's really important.
Definitely come down for yourself, see what the hype's all about, because you know why? Don't take it from me, I've just been to every beach in the world, and this is on my top 10.
I really like the way the Four Seasons was designed. Now, the entire island's amazing because you really do feel unplugged. I mean, here in the U.S., we're so plugged in. We got our phones, our laptops, and it's just this 24/7 thing. You go there, and life just slows down dramatically. And what the Four Seasons does is they really bring the essence of that. So can money buy you happiness? No. No, it can't. But you work hard, and hopefully that can afford you some more time with your loved ones. And time is your most valuable asset.